Betty, you can't sit there. Okay. Guess we're just going to do this with you here. This is the Anbernic RG slide. I finally have it, and I don't know why the box is so big. I can't imagine the device is that big, but we're going to open it. It sounded like it just deflated when I did that. Can I just open it like this? I have this really weird setup right now, as I'm sure you can tell. Oh god, he's coming up now. Why are you both up here? Hello, let's just proceed. Like, it sounds like it's deflating. Okay. I'm just gonna open it using with force now. It fell out of the slipcover attempt. Here we have the Anbernic RG slide. It's a like PSP Go, I guess, kind of handheld. And it has a 4x3 screen, which I know is very controversial. I'll have to see how I feel about that, because this would be a really cool media device, as well as like a gaming console, if the screen wasn't 4x3. What color did I get? I got black? Oh, Patty. What the heck? What the frick? This is not your box. Okay, let's get this out. I do like this little slip thing. I guess it's a nod to what it is. Betty, you're gonna have to move. The chances of her getting back on are very high, but we're gonna hope she does not. Okay. I like the box. It's so stupid, but I like the box. Okay, what is this slip cover? Not slip cover, but screen protector, I think. Little info pamphlet they give out with all their devices. And the screen protector thing. Okay, damn, this thing's big. I say this all the time when it comes to devices, and I'm surprised at how big they are. This thing is so much bigger than I expected, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this thing is a unit. Like, I don't think it even fits in the palm of my hand. I usually don't go for the device first, but I really want to. Okay, so this is the cable it comes with, and it comes with covers, I assume, for the joysticks. Which I guess is nice. This long USB-C cable. I don't know if it'll fit in the frame. Let's see. Nope. Okay, obviously. I think that's it, aside from the device itself. Let's see. Oh my god, this thing's heavy. Oh my gosh. This thing is thick. Oh my lord. I genuinely had no idea what I was getting myself into buying this thing. I fully thought it would be like a nice, small, thin device that slides up and gives you some controls. Yeah, no. That is cool though. This is going to be cool to use. Maybe I should have looked. I don't like looking into devices before I buy them, because then I feel like my opinion's going to be skewed. I genuinely had no idea what to expect getting in this thing. I fully thought it was going to be some like small device with like kind of mediocre controls, which might be, but this thing is heavy. Damn. Alright, let's turn on. Why is the chin so big? That's so weird. Bottom button to select English. Nice. Let's connect it to Wi-Fi. Okay, please do not reboot or shut down. Okay, let's give it a second. Sorry, I was petting my cat. Finish, go in system. Okay, here we are. Ooh. Is this screen hard refresher? Anbernic AI? What the frick? What is Anbernic? I don't. Let's go into the settings. Can I see the about of this device? Show refresh rate. Yeah, it's an 120 Hz refresh rate. That's crazy. That's really cool. And I know I've been like in the past, why would you want 120 frames per second on an Android device? But I know now it's because retro emulation, like for really old retro games, one's really nice on 120 frames per second screens. So it's really cool that this thing is 120 frames per second. And I think I really like this screen now. I don't like how big this chin is, but I mean 120 frames per second, and it looks really good. I don't know what like the screen is. I think it might just be LCD, which is fine. LTPS, game console settings, joysticks, slide settings. Wake up and unlock. I don't keep these. Slide down settings. No operation yet. Okay, wait. Maybe I'll go into hibernation. Like, that's cool, isn't it? That's cool. I like that. We're gonna connect my portable SSD and put like a GameCube game. You see how that runs? I hate always doing Mario Kart, but it's like the easiest one to like test everything out with. Alright, let's wait for that to copy. Alright. What's great about this is that I don't have to do the widescreen hack because it is 4:3. The screen really is beautiful. It says LTPS. I don't know what that means. Focus on this. Jerks. Okay. What? No. Okay, so that was really bad for me. But this thing is actually really cool. I mean, it was always gonna be It was always gonna be really cool because it's like a sliding handheld. That's like really cool. But I mean, it's not what I was expecting at all. And I wonder how flimsy this is gonna be, this top part. I hope not that much, but like if it starts to like wobble, that would be annoying. I'm going to come back tomorrow after using it a bit and tell you my first impressions. Goodbye.
Welcome back, guys. So it's been 2 days since I unboxed the Anbernic RG slide, and no joke, I know I say this with every device, but this is the most serious I'm being with any of these. I absolutely love it. The reason why I didn't film yesterday is because yesterday was Saturday and I like to be lazy on Saturday. So I was literally just sitting around playing on this all day. And I have to say, out of all of the new portable emulators that we've been using recently, I think I love this one the most. I want to save a lot of my thoughts for my full review, which should be out next week or the next week, depending on if I can motivate myself. But this thing is so much better than I ever could have anticipated. I think before I opened this thing up or before I even ordered it, was very skeptical of whether or not this thing would be good, like even good at all, because I didn't expect it to be anything notable. And I thought maybe the hinge would be bad. And I didn't really take into account the fact that this sliding thing would be really useful. So I had very low expectations. And then coming into it, and then actually getting it, and then realizing the sliding hinge is actually incredibly useful, it's been amazing. I think the sliding hinge, is actually one of my favorite things about it, while also being something I'm a little worried about. Why I love it is because this thing, I went over this when I was unboxing it yesterday, but you slide it up, it turns on, slide it down, turns off. So I don't even have to deal with the power button. I just slide it up, immediately get into the game, and if I want to stop playing, it's off. It does go into sleep mode, so obviously that's going to die after a little bit, but I charge this thing every night because I've been using it a lot. And the reason why I'm a little nervous about it is because I'm nervous the hinge is going to get loose, or this thing isn't going to be like as stiff as it is now, because even now it's like you can barely hear it, but you can tell it's not fully secure, and it's fine. Like obviously it stays and it slides into position, but I am nervous that one day it's just gonna like not stay. Like if I went down this way, it just falls and doesn't stay. But for right now, that's not an issue. It's just a fear I have with the hinge. The speakers are kind of ass. I think them going with these kind of like side-by-side shoulder buttons compared to these stacked ones, like on this Retroid Pocket 2S, is not that big of a deal. I do wish they kind of had those shoulder buttons with like an analog trigger, but it's okay. These work perfectly fine. And it helps to make the device smaller and more compact. I can already tell this thing isn't going to be very powerful, but that's kind of okay with me because it has a 4x3 display and I'm not trying to play anything higher than like GameCube or Wii, and those run perfectly fine from the games that I've tested so far. I'm currently playing through Pikmin 2 and there are occasional stutters where like the frame rate drops significantly, but then it goes back to 30 for like the next like 10-20 minutes without a single stutter, and it works perfectly fine. And I know a lot of people were complaining about that 4x3 display because they wanted a 16:9 one. I can understand that, because if there was a 16:9 display, I think this would be a really good just portable media device. Like a 16:9 display on here would be great for, like, say you want to watch YouTube or something and then you just want to play like Dolphin. Slide up the controls. It's perfect. But I'm buying this thing mostly to use as a portable emulator, so that's not really something that concerns me for the most part. Like, would a 16:9 display be cool? Yeah, but I'm not really trying to play more than like GameCube and Wii on here. And GameCube works best at 4x3 because the widescreen hack in Dolphin doesn't work perfectly all the time, and I don't like having black bars on the sides. And we can work at 4x3. I also think it's kind of comfortable to hold. I have tried using it lying down, and like, I don't know if it's just the way my hands are, but I do like feel like it's less secure in my hands. Like, I feel like it could fall at any moment, but that might just be a me thing. And it might be crazy to say because I've had this thing for 2 days, but this thing might actually be in the running of my favorite handheld of the year so far. At least so far, but maybe just in general. It depends on what other devices come out this year and what other devices I'm impressed by. But I do think this thing is definitely going to be in the running just because I love it so much. And I know I talked about that chin yesterday while I was unboxing it, but it honestly doesn't really bother me that much. Like, it's not as much of an eyesore as I expected because the 4x3 display is really big and it looks really good. So I'm not really caring all that much. So yeah, I love this thing so far. I think it's been great to use, and like I said, it might be in the running for my favorite handheld of the year so far, but maybe just in general. But let me know what you guys think so far, if you have one, if you've seen it on other channels, and I will see you next week with my review. Goodbye.